I'm going to be trying mince pies and ranking them to find out what's the best mince pie just in time for Christmas. For the most part, we've gone for the premium mince pies. So we've got the M&S collection, we've got the Aldi specially selected, the Tesco Finest, the Asda Extra Special, the Co-op just standard mince pies, and then we also have a contribution from Asda, which is just the Asda standard mince pies as well. Should we start with the Co-op?
Okay.
So I believe these were £1.25 a box.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a mince pie.
No, the pastry's really nice. That's really good. I'm pleasantly surprised because I thought these were going to be disappointing.
You know what? Fling crumbs everywhere. You know what? It's got a little bit of a soggy bottom, which that one
Hollywood.
that one show says is bad, but I like a soggy bottom. Here's why though. Cause it makes variety in your pastry. The bits that's kind of like nearer the top are kind of more crumbly. I guess you're supposed to want it, but the bit at the bottom's a bit more kind of mushy. That's not a good describing word.
Yeah, I see that. So I like the filling. I think it doesn't have much flavour to it, and I think that's why the pastry like shines. Do you know what I mean?
I think so. I think I like the filling. I'm getting some of them chewy bits. I'm not sure what that is. That's in quite a bit of mince pie. I think it's fairly standard.
Yeah.
I think it's probably quite average, which probably reflects its price, to be honest. But you know, we don't know until we try the rest, I suppose. It's a starting point anyway.
Yes. Let's go with the standard Asda mince pies next, because they were 55p a box, which was significantly the cheapest out of all of the mince pies.
By far.
We weren't even going to buy them. We were just going to go with like the special ones, the fancy ones. But we just couldn't pass it up. 55p, could not pass it up for mince pies.
So immediately, this is looking at least like not that much filling.
Yeah, very small amount of filling.
But it's got sugar on the top.
Yeah. I don't think mine's, look at that, I don't think mine's actually got any fruit in there. Oh, you've got a raisin.
I've got a raisin.
I have mush, not really any fruit.
Wow. The filling on that is not, can't even taste it at all on mine.
That's a bottom tier mince pie.
So far as the pastry goes though, for most people I think they might say the pastry on this is better.
Really?
But maybe that's because it's held up better because there's barely any filling.
Yeah, for me...
It's probably really similar actually pastry-wise between them. But the fillings just don't taste of anything. Yeah,
for me this is a bottom tier mince pie. And it's probably reflected in the price because it was so cheap.
Yeah, it's not great, but for the price, like, it's not bad. I mean, for 55p,
yeah.
I'm not disappointed.
No, a mince pie is a mince pie, absolutely. So next we're going to go with the M&S collection mince pie. So this is the most expensive one that we have. This is £3.50 for 6. So now, straight away,
that's some filling right there.
The amount of fruit in that is a lot. Good, lots of filling. Okay, let's go.
Plenty of filling, yeah. The pastry is already a lot easier to bite through. That's definitely a lot better. You can taste subtle hints of like alcohol and orange kind of going through.
Yeah.
As well as your normal kind of mince pie, dried fruit stuff. The pastry's not got loads of flavour, but I would say it's kind of a good thing. It just means you can taste a lot of that filling deliciousness more.
Yeah, the filling, like, this is going to sound weird, but the filling's got like a very smooth taste, even though it's got like a juicy texture. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Eating it, I know what you mean for sure.
That's a good mince pie. That mince pie is almost £3 more expensive than the Asda standard mince pie, but do you know what? I think it's worth it. I'll pay it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'll pay it. Shall we go then with the Aldi specially selected and see how that holds up compared to the M&S, because they look so similar on the top. Aldi and M&S head to head. Head to head.
Okay. Probably the most budget supermarket overall versus probably the most expensive supermarket.
Yes.
Not necessarily for mince pies, but yeah, just in general.
Very crumbly. Oh, the amount of filling in this is a lot. There's a lot of filling in there.
For how small the thing it is, well, actually, the walls of it are quite thick.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much we taste it. It's not a lot. It's not doing loads for me, that.
Do you know what? That's not massively better than the first two we tried.
I don't think that's better than the co-op one.
No, I agree actually.
I think this is marginally better than that just because the filling you do get has more flavour, but I don't
Yes.
know. That's the problem I have with mini mince pies. I always find the mini ones, the ratio of pastry to filling is not great. So they're not, they're not bad, but 100% I would pick the 55p ones over them because they're barely any better and they're over twice as much.
So next up we've got the Tesco Finest mince pies. These look really similar to the M&S ones. Like really similar. So a good amount of filling.
Some like dusted sugar on top of these as well, which is quite nice detail. Okay.
They are good. Wow. They're my favourite.
That's a good one.
This is my favourite so far.
This is exactly what I thought it would be. It's really good. The pastry's got a good texture, plenty of filling. You can taste the filling. But the filling inside the M&S ones has just got a bit more going in it.
I understand what you mean. The filling in the M&S one is richer and more flavourful. But overall, I think I do prefer this.
I guess in a way they're a little more classic.
Yes.
Because you don't necessarily taste little bits of orange and alcohol through these as much as you do in the M&S ones. But I like that. I like the complex flavours inside. These are close, but not quite as good as them.
Okay, so for price comparison, the M&S ones were £3.50, the Tesco Finest ones were £1.50 with a club card. Without a club card, they were £3.
So far, I'm buying these out of all of them.
Yeah, so far I'm buying the Tesco's Finest out of all of them because the price is fantastic and the taste is really good. So next we have the Asda Extra Special mince pies. And yeah, these have got a little bit of powdered sugar on top, looking pretty nice and, I don't know, evenly baked. I feel like Mary Berry's coming out more and more.
You're just trying to think of catchphrases they say on Bake Off.
Yeah. Yeah. You started it with the soggy bottom. I think, does this filling look slightly lighter in colour than the other ones have? Have I made that up?
I don't know, but it looks maybe a bit drier, a bit less liquid.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay. The pastry's quite stodgy on that. It kind of clags my mouth up and makes it a little bit harder to taste the rest of it.
I think I like this better than the Tesco Finest.
I think there's too much pastry maybe, or the pastry's too like dried cement. That's a bit harsher than I actually mean, but
Yes.
and the filling's very similar amounts of taste and stuff to the Tesco Finest ones, I think.
For me, the pastry is very dry.
Yeah, I don't like that pastry much.
I think the filling in this, for me personally, is more similar to the M&S ones because I can taste the orange and I can taste the alcohol. For me personally, anyways.
I don't think I can taste that as much, maybe because of the pastry taking up too much of my mouth.
Yeah.
But I think their filling's on a similar level between these two.
Okay. I think we get to ranking. We've tasted them all. I think we get to ranking.
How do you want to do this?
Well, I think we've got to decide on an overall winner. No money, no object. Overall winner.
Just best taste, no price.
Best mince pie.
This one.
The M&S.
I vote for this one, yeah.
I think I might agree.
I think so. Agree. I think the pastry's not got too much going on, and that's a good thing. I think the texture of the pastry is good.
Yeah.
There was plenty of filling, and it had plenty of complex flavour in it. I think that's a good mince pie.
That's a good mince pie. What about best value for money? Like best overall mince pie, considering the money as well.
Yeah, so best including price.
Yes.
I go with this one.
I agree because the pastry is nice, the filling is nice and traditional, not too out there.
Yeah.
And it
appeals to plenty
price.
of people like that, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, it does.